A day in my life. An application for a mild, moderate to special education teacher. My name is Bishoy. I'm very passionate about making a positive impact in the field of education, especially as a special education teacher. And my career inspiration is to provide inclusive and individual support for each student with diverse learning needs. And throughout my experiences and dedication to ensuring an inclusive learning environment, I aim to empower every student to reach their full potential. My agenda for today will include introduction and some information about myself, skills, qualities, my typical day, time management, problem solving, communication, achievements, and then why I'm a strong fit. And after that, I will go through my contact information, questions and answers, conclusion, and closing remarks. First of all, I'm enrolled in Alliant International University, San Diego. I'm doing a master's degree in education as education specialist. I'm expecting to have my program completed by June 2024. And currently I'm working as a special education teacher, English and History, special education teacher in Los Angeles Unified School District. And I provide for instructional needs and interests for my students with the aid of appropriate and effective daily lesson planning. I also provide effective communication skills and positive interpersonal relationships with students, parents, staff, and community. Skills and qualities, I can demonstrate knowledge of the California content standards in all curriculum areas, especially English and history. I provide appropriate intervention strategies to ensure the academic success of all students, and I maintain high expectations for my students' achievements, and I usually utilize technology in the classroom as appropriate. One of the most important skills that I have is the math proof. This experience as a teacher serves as a reminder for the value of modeling and arranging math proofs for students and breaking the procedure into accessible pieces and help my students to express their ideas clearly. And it assures that the idea that teaching math proofs involves teaching students how to properly explain their mathematical thoughts as well as getting the right answer. One of the most important skills too is co-teaching and co-planning. And co-teaching is an inclusive educational approach where two or more educators work together in a shared classroom to meet the diverse needs of the students. Some of the very important advantages for such a skill is to increase student support and enhance learning opportunities and have like small group instruction, improve classroom management, peer modeling, and support for special education and English language learners. Another skill is a STEM classroom. In a STEM classroom, it is very important to understand the distinction between technology education and educational technology. There are three things to consider. First, clarity of objectives, as this helps teachers in making their learning objectives clear, knowing that T stands for technology education, highlights the value of practical experiences, creative thinking, and problem solving. Number two is that curriculum development. And this contributes to the creation of a STEM curriculum that is well-rounded and covers not only the application of technology, but also an understanding of how it operates and its broad social implication. A third thing to mention is that it would be career readiness. It makes sure that students are well prepared for careers in STEM fields and are not simply technology users, but also creators and innovators. Going to my typical day, I have four sections. The morning section, which is preparation. I review lesson plans and materials for the day, prepare teaching aids and resources. And then classroom setup. I arrange the desks and seating for optional learning, ensure a welcoming and inclusive learning environment. And then when students arrive, I greet my students and assist students with disabilities with any specific needs. In the mid-morning, I do the instruction. So I deliver engaging and differentiated lessons. I provide individualized support to students with diverse needs. And I also do the assessments, or I evaluate my students' progress through formative assessments and identify areas where students may need additional support. During the afternoon, I do individual support. I work one-on-one with students with the disabilities to address specific learning goals and modify curriculum as needed to meet individual needs. I always take advantage of having an aide with me, so we can do one-on-one with students with disabilities. I also, during the afternoon, use communication with parent for guidelines regarding students' growth and goals. I sometimes discuss the strategies for supporting learning at home. The end of the day might sound that I'm almost done, but it's always busy. I do the collaboration. I meet with colleagues to discuss students' progress and strategies, and I collaborate on intervention plans for students' struggles. I do also the documentation. I document students' progress and intervention. I prepare materials for the next day's lesson, and I do my own reflections. I reflect on the day's success and challenges. I consider adjustments to teaching methods or strategies. For the time management, I have prioritized tasks. I identify the most important and time-sensitive tasks, such as lesson planning and individualized student support, and prioritize them. I also create a daily schedule. So I develop a daily schedule or a timetable that outlines the specific tasks to be completed. And also I set clear goals. I define clear, achievable goals for each day, and sometimes for each week, sometimes for each month, and eventually for each year. I do allocate specific blocks of time for particular tasks. For example, I can allocate a block for lesson planning, a block for student assessments, and a block for communication with parents. I also avoid multitasking. I focus on one task at a time to improve productivity and the quality of my work. Some of the organizational tools I use are digital calendar. So I use Google Digital Calendar to schedule and manage appointments, meetings, and deadlines. I also use note-taking and documentation. I do communication platforms like Zoom when it comes to colleagues or parents meeting. I also do professional development every Tuesday after school, and we discuss a lot of issues that are very important for the learning environment and our students' needs. When it comes to problem solving, I would say an education specialist is responsible for teaching a diverse classroom, which includes the students with special needs who requires IEP. And the challenge is to ensure that the student is fully included in the activities while providing necessary accommodations and support. For the individualized support, I would provide one-on-one support for the student during the classroom activities, ensuring that they can actively participate and engage. I also use assistive technology and adaptive materials like specific IEP to facilitate the students' learning. For communication, as mentioned before, I do in-person meetings, and these in-person meetings include meetings with colleagues, parents, or guardians. And the second thing is using email communication, either with colleagues or parents, to discuss the progress of our students, any challenges we face, and the growth of our students. The achievements. I would say that I succeeded in inclusive programs and I improved students over outcomes, and I did an effective behavior management. Why I'm a strong fit? Because I feel like I'm doing great inclusive education focus, and I do provide individualized support, and I have very effective communication with students, colleagues, parents, and guardians. And I have the problem-solving skills. Some more things that I think I'm a strong fit are continuous professional developments. As I mentioned, every Tuesday we have an hour or over an hour to have like professional developments, discuss and have everything updated. I have successful inclusion initiatives and I have positive students outcomes. I look forward to the possibility of further discussion, partnership, and opportunities to make a meaningful impact on the realm of education. And this is my email if you want to reach me and have any questions. In conclusion, I want to express my sincere appreciation for this opportunity to share my experiences and qualifications with you today. It has been a pleasure to discuss my passions for education and the way in which my daily routine and skills align with the requirements of the education specialist position. I am very excited about the possibility of joining your team and contributing to the mission of fostering inclusive and empowering educational environment. And the work you do in this field is truly inspiring, and I'm eager to be part of it. Thank you for considering my application. I'm looking forward to the opportunity of further discussing how I can make a meaningful impact and help create positive educational experiences for students with diverse learning needs. Please feel free to reach me anytime to continue our conversation. Thank you once again for your time and consideration. In summary, my presentation has highlighted how my daily routine and skills make an ideal candidate for the role of the educational specialist. I'm very dedicated to inclusive education and provided individualized support to cater to diverse learning needs. And effective communication, problem solving, and data-driven decision-making are core to my practice. Continuous professional growth and a track record of successful inclusion initiatives contribute to my qualifications. I'm very passionate about advocating for students with special needs, and I'm very enthusiastic about the job opportunity and eager to contribute my expertise to create inclusive, supportive, and effective learning environments. I believe that my experiences and skills align perfectly with the role's requirements and can have a positive impact on the education journey of students with diverse learning needs. Thank you for considering my application, and I look forward to the possibility of contributing to your team and organization. And if you have any questions, I provided my email.